is Alex, and I had completely forgotten about the show until I came to this anime convention in Arizona. And so here you guys. My question is, how was your auditions were back then when you first started the show? How many people did they go through before they chose you?
Me?
Both of
Him?
us. Both of us. We'll go for you first.
I don't know who I was competing with. I do remember my audition very clearly. It was a really weird one. As you guys know, I started with Pat. And before Pat came in, just like for Carlos, I was just with the executive producer of the show. Her name is Melanie, and she's a very special woman. And she, kind of that adaptability thing, she talked to me, interviewed me, and then all of a sudden she was like, okay, great, very interesting, good to get to know you. Have a conversation between your shoes.
Oh.
And I was like, great, let's go, let's do it. And so then I made up on the spot this whole story how one shoe was babysitting the other shoe, but then the other shoe was really acting up, so the shoe really had to calm down on the other shoe, and it was hilarious and fun. And
a commitment to a role, to two roles.
To two roles on the spot, and they, were dynamic. They had layers. It's laces. It was amazing. Yeah. And with Carlos, you were up against, I think it was 6 other people, or it was.
Well, the initial audition, they actually went to all the theater schools in Toronto, plus they advertised in comedy clubs and all of it. So I was in my last term at a place called the Randolph Academy, which is where I was studying theater, and every male in my cohort essentially auditioned. We all came out for an audition, and that was it. Michael Strawn, Mark Bray, on camera. And it was similar to that thing where Strong was just like, okay, be an old person and here's their scenario or whatever. And so I was in one of our studios, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be an old dude now. And okay, come, give me 2 original characters, go. And so I made up, I think Van was the first one I made up.
Really? You made him up in your audition?
Yeah. And then a version of Tito Lemmy, a version of that was in the audition as well. And and then I got a call from Melanie York. And you gotta understand about Melanie, she's amazing. She was this world traveler, this free spirit who worked in this executive position at this big company. And I sat down for a meeting with her, and I was reading Dickens at the time. It was the first time I'd read the book Great Expectations. That's just what I happened to be reading. So she was like, meet me at 10 Cup on the corner in the end. I was like, okay. So I sat down with her on the patio.
It's Pat Kelly.
He was like, who dis? And I put the book down on the table just to chat with her, and she looked at it and she went, oh, is it a prop? Great Expectations, right? And the first meeting with the producer, I was like, huh? What? I didn't understand it. She goes, is that a prop? I suppose everything's a prop. Okay, anyways, this is what I need from you. And then she went on to talk about the next round of auditions and what we're gonna do and everything, yeah. And when I came in for, I told you already the story about the audition that I had when I auditioned with Shook, but I was waiting in their front lobby, and I remember seeing a dude come out who was he was like a stand-up comedian. I'd seen him around town, and he walked out the door, and it wasn't arrogant really, but it kind of gave me this look good luck. Thanks, man. Oh, we'll see you too.
He was also 6'4".
Yeah. Anyway, that's it.
Woo! Thank you guys for coming out. Honestly, thank you
guys.
Thank you guys so much. I'm so sorry we missed so many questions out there. The answer is yes, yes, no, 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 maybe, and of course.
Yeah. Really, the answer is all I love you. That's the answer.
You know what I would love to do? I would love to get a selfie kind of situation with everybody. Can we stand up? Come up there to the front of the stage. Is that okay?